All right, everybody, you guys know what it is. The one and the only American Cholo podcast, broadcasting live and direct to you from North Hollywood, California. My name is Gil, and I am the American Cholo. And unfortunately, I don't know what happened to the Southside logo, homeboy. He didn't show up. This fool hasn't answered me, so today we'll be interviewing Boo Boo.
What's up? What's up? We back.
Boo Boo is identifying as Bozo today.
That's it.
What's up, big Boz, homie?
Posting, man. I'm always here, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What's good, man?
Good, great.
Welcome back.
Good to see you guys, man. You know what it is always, man.
It seems like the conversation before the podcast is always the greatest, homie. We always seem to have some real.
Because we can't, we could talk all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So
hey, what's up with that? That guy, I don't even say it, homie. That little guy right there, homie.
I'm getting sponsored by Planters Peanuts.
That shit's
They
can't really see it.
It's a little
that
charm.
shit's tight, bro.
It's a little charm close to my heart. You know
so what's good with you, homie? I saw you went over there and did the marathon run with fucking Haters World.
Hater World, yeah.
Shout out to Hater World. That fool go live like for 12 hours, homie.
Fuck, that fucker. It's because it's you know what? There's something about calling yourself that. Hater World.
Oh yeah, you gotta live up to it.
Yeah,
homie.
like you invite it. You're telling the fools like, hey, it's all right to be fucking hate. This is your world, right? So he's genius for that shit. You feel me?
He is, bro.
Because his audience, fool, and you're on there and you're looking at the comments, that's all they do is hate, fool.
Yep.
Yeah,
them motherfuckers are, but they're dedicated haters.
As a matter of fact, throw my comments up here, homie. No, Hater World is a much needed platform.
Fuck
homie.
yeah,
he is
sure.
The real haters are the ones that try to knock him off his platform, homie. But he is definitely a much needed platform. He is one of the hardest working guys in the podcast business right now.
He's pushing like 4 or 5 videos a day. He's pushing like 4 or 5 videos a day.
Yeah, that fool's working.
That fool, I'm telling you, that fool goes like 8-hour lives.
Yes.
Which is kind of cool because like I'll go back. I'll even come home from a night of going out with my wife for a little bit having dinner, and I already know. Fool, I'm like Friday saying, let me see what this fool's up to. Right? Let me see what this fool's talking shit about. Except I got a problem with Hater World, homie. I'm a certified forklift driver.
I told him that when I was there. I was like, stop hating, fool. We all started there.
Yeah, we're all certified forklift.
I remember when I got my first little license.
Yeah, right? Yeah,
you was like an hour
forklift,
class or some shit. You went and then
did little paperwork.
I think what happened with Hater World, I think he got rejected as a certified forklift operator.
He didn't get a little license.
He could have he couldn't get on the forklift. He couldn't even figure out the pallet jack, fool. That's
man.
He was the fool dragging the pallet jack.
So after that, he couldn't get it, homie. So since then, he's been a hater, homeboy. But shout out to Hater World, man. It's all love. Hey, Drew's from Avenues. I think he was over there with you guys as well.
No, from Highland Park.
From Highland Park. I'm sorry. Drew's from Highland Park was out there as well, homie. Shout out to the homie, man. You guys did your thing out there, homie.
Yeah, it was fun. I think that I titled the album Southside Logo. You feel what I'm saying? Because like I've gone through the trials and tribulations, like repping that shit hard. You know what I'm saying?
Sure, homie.
And motherfuckers like hating me for it, and people not understanding like my message a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? Because the truth is harder to deliver than lies. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That part, homie.
So we've been through the trials and tribulation, and I've noticed it with this project. Like the energy is shifting. Like people are proud to support me. People are proud to claim me. Like, this is the first time I'm announcing it. Like, I'm getting my own mural on Main Street downtown LA.
No way.
Yeah, this artist crew called STP. They contact me when I dropped the album, and they were like, "We want to give you your own mural in the city of LA. Like, you deserve it, dog."
Our partners over here from STP, homie.
Oh, beautiful, man.
My partner Bruno's got the studio down the hallway. He's one of the original guys from STP,
That's what I'm
homie.
saying. Yeah, so I did a charity event with them like a few years back, and since then, like we've always kept in contact. But that was humbling for me. You feel what I'm saying? Because I still don't feel like I deserve it. You feel what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna reject it.
Hell no,
I ain't gonna turn it down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, that so the energy's shifting. I see a lot of people like more open to what I gotta say, because a lot of things that I said have come to fruition. You know what I mean? You gotta understand, like a lot of my message and shit that people thought I was hating, like have revealed themselves to be true. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that just shows they were your fans and they were listening to what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly. So it feels good. I feel good. Like I'm in a real good place, though. Like I don't got nothing bad to say about nobody. I don't. I mean,
right.
You already said it on the songs.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like you know what I mean? Like the
music
is speaking for itself, and this is my best project so far. A
lot of people believe that at the beginning. Before it seems like there's like a movement with this, right?
Yeah.
And it started like almost like 5-6 years ago, especially with all the platforms starting to grow, right? And a lot of people would sit there and say, "Oh, Bozo's always hate on the little homies. Bozo's always hate on the little homies." And I speak with you. I know what it is, homie. I know how homies that are trying to guide guys the right way conduct themselves.
Yeah, of course.
And when I saw that, I'm like, this fool's just schooling you as a gangster. And,
yeah.
And a lot of these guys, they can't handle that.
They weren't ready for it.
They weren't ready for it.
And that speaks to like their maturity. You feel what I'm saying? And the lack of responsibility that they were willing to take and what they were preaching. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like you're willing to influence your peers and the ones under you to go do all that crazy shit, but you haven't even done it yourself.
Ain't that the truth?
What I'm saying? So how is it that you're being honest? Like where and then where's the music art in it? At the end of the day, we're supposed to be artists,
right?
You know what I mean? We're not supposed to be fucking
gangbangers,
like fantasy book writers or sci-fi thrillers. Like nah, dog. Like we're artists. We're supposed to speak on the reality and somehow deliver some positive through it. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Like some good has to come from it, dog. You know what I mean? There has to be good. If not, then you're just exploiting the culture and the people around you. You know what I mean? There has to be accountability for that.
When you say some good come out of it, so, break that down to us. Because you got people that would listen to your music and they're just saying that you're glorifying gang violence and the street stuff. What good stuff comes out of that?
Well, the good stuff is this, dog. It's like people misinterpret our gang life, And I think that a lot of times, because of the media and because of the bad stories in the hood, like you always hear about the kid that got killed in the drive-by shooting. You always hear about the girls that are, being mistreated in the hood and being left without fathers to raise their kids, or the drugs that we're flooding the cities with. And nobody ever tells a story of why that's happening. Like why these gangs have come about. You feel what I'm saying?
Yes.
Nobody ever tells like the positivity that comes from the neighborhood, because look, dog, we do start as gangs, right? But eventually, like certain things happen, we started going to prison and we were victimized, you know what I'm saying? And we created our own tribe in there, you know what I'm saying? And through that tribe, we created structure to where we gave ourselves a sense of purpose while we were at our worst. You know what I mean? So like I always tell people, like, motherfuckers will snitch to not go to jail, but you don't get it. Like when you're skipping the losses, you're skipping the lessons. You know what I'm saying? So like the Brotherhood, for me personally, it's been great. You know what I mean? Because I was a kid willing to listen, I never took like people checking me or people disciplining me as them not loving me. You know what I mean? I took it as something that I had to respect and something that I had to own up to. You know what I mean? Like I knew I didn't have all the answers young. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But the gang life, dog, it's a home away from home, and it is an extended family. When your family doesn't quite understand you, like you gotta understand, most of us come from immigrants that are first generation here. They didn't know what these cities would be like, metropolis cities that we live in, these big communities that we live in, and how this modern day would affect us and the growth, and how their lack of, how should I say, like, I don't want to say intelligence, but lack of being informed would affect us, right? Like me and my sister were having a conversation today because she was putting down men, saying that most men ain't shit, should be like, you're a provider, Angel, but a lot of men ain't like you. And I'd be like, babe, like, how you gonna say that? Like you're mad because you chose the men that you chose. Right. Like, hold yourself responsible, But then she was like, Angel, like, my mom was so controlling. She didn't let us go to fucking Sadie Hawkins dances or fucking homecoming games. She never let us participate in school shit because she was an immigrant and was so controlling and so afraid of the outside world. So any little compliment, any motherfucker complimented us, we fell in love. And who are the slick talking, most complimented motherfuckers in the hood? It was the cholos. So we ran to that attention. So you understand what I'm saying? So now us, like my generation, I know to put my kids in activities. I know that if I want my kids to like not run to gangs, that I got to give them a purpose. You know what I'm saying? Because at a certain age, right, like teenage or pre-teen years, you're looking for an identity, bro.
Yes, sir.
We all are. So it's up to your parents to give you that identity. Our parents didn't know about that because they were in the fields trying to make a living at that age. They didn't have the luxury to look for an identity.
Trying to put
they were looking for the next meal, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So with moving and growing in life, like, we had to adjust, but I believe that our generation now has it more figured out than before.
Absolutely.
Like, we know what we need. We know what resources we can run to. And not only that, we're providing the resources too. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have all these. Come on, bro. Remember when Father Greg first came to Boyle Heights? Mm-hmm. It was a big thing, homie.
Oh, yeah.
Huge.
Like, who is this white man coming down here to the heart of the fucking hood during the wars, the biggest gang wars, and looking now what he's done, homie? Like, I benefited from him. Mm-hmm. You know, I got my education. He paid for my first education. Nice. You know what I mean? He got me a 6-figure job eventually. He saved my life, bro. Mm-hmm. Hands down. You know what I mean? But once again, that came from the gang culture, right?
Right.
Like it was something that came from negative, dog, and now it's positive. Come on, homie, let's be real. Like our platforms, my rap career is because of that lifestyle.
Absolutely.
Whether you like it or not. And when people ask, like, okay, you're talking all this gang shit, but what else are you doing? This is what I'm doing. You know, I show face on all my community platforms, the ones that matter, the ones that speak directly to my people. I'm not worried about them other ones, dog. I know where I'm supposed to be at. You know what I mean? And I'm never hiding from my 9 to 5. I'll be the first motherfucker to tell you, like, hell yeah, I get up, because I know I'm the only one that could fund my dreams the way I want them. Mm-hmm. Nobody else is gonna fund them. So what I'm telling the little homies is like, yeah, dog, I'm talking for where I came from, but you see, my real life that I'm living now, you know what I mean, is a testament of the losses that I took. Bro, I had to go away for 10 years to get myself together. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't easy doing that fucking decade. You know what I'm saying? Like the losses that I took were necessary, but now, dog, I get emotional dropping off my kids at school, dog. ¿Me entiendes? Like I didn't see that coming. I pull up in the Panamera to drop off my kids. My kids are the proudest. They just think they're dad. I'm the cool dad, fool.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you know, and I'll be the first to say it. Like I'm not running around here trying to fuck every little IG model. You know, I took a woman, I took her in, took care of her, and I made her my wife. I gave her my last name. You were there when it happened.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? And everybody at that wedding, all certified gangbangers.
For sure.
All pinteros, all fucking hitters. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's what you can make. You know what I mean? Like the losses are necessary. That's my message.
Right. People don't understand. I this weekend with the Pitbull fight, shout out to Pitbull, won that shit. I had a chance to chill with some of the homies, my homeboy Silent, my homeboy Toker, who I've known since the 80s, my homeboy Minor. And I've known these guys for like 30-some years, right? And I'm like, you know, it feels good to be able to kick it with the solid homies and still be able to accept it in your neighborhood, right?
Hell yeah.
And then some people like, I can, like, talking all kind of shit. I'm like, fool, this ain't no gangbang shit.
No.
And some people, even though they've been in the game, either they don't understand it or maybe they have their own issues, so they try to talk shit about homies that can still do shit like that.
Well, but I think, look, dog, I think it just comes to ego, you know? At the end of the day, it's like you were never able to put your ego aside to embrace brothers.
Right.
And that's what we did. Like, when you have friendships that have lasted this long, that means that you were loyal. You never judged your homies. You never turned on them. You know what I mean? You never did them dirty. You never fucked their girls. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You never cut them on the connect. You never abandoned them when they were getting their ass kicked. Yep. And you got to understand, fool, like, for people to think that men don't need that is wrong, homie. Mm-hmm. Men need to fight. Men need to struggle, homie. Men need to feel pain, dog. That's what fuels us, you know, and our courage. That's what brings our courage to surface. Like, what do you want me to do, dog? Be fucking holding hands with motherfuckers? Like, being a fucking, what are them fools that the campers, them fucking the little kid thing that they do, the camping shit that they used to have,
the Boy Scouts
of America. Look at what happened with them. ¿Me entiendes? Like it became exploiting children. You feel what I'm saying? Well, in the hood, you can't exploit the children because you got to own up. You got to answer to somebody. You know what I'm saying? And so. But then again, I feel like it's our culture. It's just the way that we are.
Right.
You know what I mean? And the blacks also, the Asians also, the white boys too. You know, we all got our gangs.
How do you walk that line? Because behind the scenes, you and I have spoken about, we speak all the time. People don't know that, right? And behind the scenes, you know, yeah, you rep your hood. You've never backed down from that. You're very proud of it, as I am and as Boo is as well, right? But regardless, you always try to find a way to do peace. And I know you had a situation here a few weeks back. You hit me up, and it was all good because if you really didn't care about your little homies, you'd be like, well, fuck this guy or fuck that guy.
Yeah.
But how do you balance that where you're at the same time, you're still repping the hood, but you're still trying to, like, you know, keep the violence down between them?
Because I am the balance. Okay. You know, like I know when my older homies, my other homeboys are on, they might not be in a place where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? I know that they might not necessarily be the right influence at all times. You know what I'm saying? So now that I know that life has beat my ass and humbled me, and I'm at a place where, like, I can how should I say, spread wisdom and give good advice and be an example, I take the opportunity to do it when I can. Like, I don't look for the homies. They look for me. So that tells me that they're looking for something positive. Right. Yeah. At the end, it's like you can't close your door on people that are looking for something, that want to feel love, that want somebody positive around them to maybe inspire them or plant a seed. Like, it's hard for me to turn my back on that. I don't feel like I could. You know what I'm saying? So it's not, you know, it's not something that I'm pursuing. It's just who I am and how I've ended up. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a light when there is no light to my homeboys. Right. And they know I just got off from doing 10, you know? So they see me like, damn, the homie took that loss, and look at him, man.
Do you think that a lot of these youngsters nowadays, even in the rap game and all that, a lot of them are so reckless because they've never taken that loss, they've never taken that calentada?
That's exactly what it is. You know, a lot of motherfuckers got spoiled. Well, maybe not. You know, they got spoiled unintentionally. You know, they got neglected by maybe their mother that was running the street still. You know, or maybe their mother that was just working too many shifts. So when you leave a kid home alone, like, you're unintentionally spoiling his ego as a kid. You know what I mean? It's like you're giving them freedom. Like, they don't have nobody to be monitoring them, nobody to be watching over them. Excuse me. Nobody to be holding them accountable for when they're fucking up. So, you know, like, I'm always talking about the Bible, man, but you spare the rod, you spoil the child. You know, when you don't check a child, you're creating a monster, homie. Like, unintentionally, you know what I mean?
That's like tough love you got.
And I see it with my baby. I got a little girl, baby Angel. She's 5 years old. That's the one that I gotta be on all the time because I see her.
Yeah,
I see her that a lot of times her emotions lead her the wrong way. She doesn't necessarily know how to guide them and how to control them or how to navigate them. You know, so I see that she needs that. So I'm always on her. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And that's what happens with a lot of these kids, dog. Like, unintentionally, like, our lifestyle created a situation where dads were missing. You know what I mean? Because we're promoting what do we promote, dog? Well, not what do we promote, but what does society promote? It's like it almost rewards a woman for not keeping a man. Mm-hmm. They give them checks monthly.
Yeah.
Wow. You feel what I'm saying?
Yes.
So it's like we're promoting broken homes with money, financial gain. So if you give a woman the option not to need a man,
yeah, they're gonna take
and
it.
Not to need to work,
right?
They're gonna take it, bro. So this is what happens. Now you get men, young men that are raised by these single women that never wanted to put up with a man or never could keep a man. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So you see what happens, dog. Like, you got kids out here young men that just don't know how to be men because it's women raising them.
Straight up.
You know? So we could get deep into this shit, you know? But there is a structure and there is a reason for a lot of this shit and these broken homes and these communities that we're in, dog. Like, it's not just us, bro. You know, because like, even in the black communities, like, if you go back to the 50s, they were the most thriving back then financially. You know what I mean? They had the most banks. They had the most united families. But then what happened, dog? You know, presidents came in and gave them welfare. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then that became a trend and gave them projects, you know, and gave them subsidized housing. So, like, even with us, like, we fell victim to that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we go to the joint, leave these hyenas alone, and, you know, we leave them with 3 kids. That's 3 checks.
Yeah,
and when taxes come, they're getting broke off. I know people right now, dog, without saying names, that they work for 6 months just to quit and then collect unemployment, and then they'll do it again. Another 6 months. Like, it's a hustle, homie. It's become a trade of some sort.
Right, for sure.
You know what I mean? Milking the government. So, you know, it's a lot of things, homie, that have come with this shit, you know?
Do you think, like, with the homies rapping, saying the N-word and kind of losing, you know, the culture, do you think they're also losing the structure at the same time with it?
Well, what it is, they're losing their identity, right?
Okay.
They're losing their identity, and when you lose your identity, what do you lose? Your structure. You lose your upbringing, you know? It's like this, dog. Like, they say, you know, if somebody calls you a bitch long enough, you start believing you're a bitch.
Damn.
So imagine calling yourself the N-word day in, day out, day in, day out, day in, day out.
But you see so many of us doing it, you know.
Well, but listen, though, but not.
Well,
I mean,
you know, us as brown people.
Yeah, us. No, listen. I believe it was a trend, but I see it dying now slowly. You know what I mean? Because you got the culture thriving so much just off its own. Like, I believe, look, dog, I don't think that us as a culture, we thought that an artist like Peso Pluma would blow up before a Mexican rapper in mainstream American. Right.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think nobody ever thought Drake would bring out a corrido singer before a rapper.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So the artists and the mainstream media is slowly but surely giving us a message. Like, dog, your culture is enriched. It's the shit. But who's keeping it alive? Think about it. It's those kids whose parents brought them up on corrido music, that never let them forget about their culture. Wow. Those kids that fucking their parents fucking forced them to party like they partied in the ranchos and where they came from. You know what I'm saying? Yes. So, and they're winning. So that should be a testament to little homies now. Like, staying true to your roots is more important and will benefit you more in the long run because you're authentic. Facts, you know what I'm saying? Like, right now you're wearing a disguise that nobody's ever gonna accept, bro. Only you guys are in your own little world, delusional little world where you're that person. You know what I'm saying? But you're not, homie. Unfortunately, you'll never will be. That just doesn't even make sense, homie. You know, like, I don't know why a black corporation or a black how should you say it, like, legal thing hasn't fucking sued all these motherfuckers for using the N-word. I would. I'd be like, man, if you ain't black, you shouldn't. That's copyright or some type of shit. Yeah. You know, right? Like, that's their inheritance, honestly, homie.
It is.
That's their identity, homie. But, you know, to each his own. But I'm saying, like,
I think it's more of a maybe Southern California thing, because up north they've been saying it for many years.
Ever. But then
Texas, Texas, they've been saying.
I could have gone to that one.
Texas, they've been saying it for many years. And it's something that, you know, I don't know if it's gonna
stick.
Yeah, it's a tough one. But even some of the rappers now that are hot, I think they're starting to. I think Rowdy Rax even said he's starting not to use it as much, you know, because I don't think there is a need for us to be using that, brother. And I think we still could blow up.
Nah, dog. I think that look, as a lyricist, it's a crutch. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've never used the N-word because I don't need it. Creatively, I'm bigger than that. You know what I mean? So it's a crutch as an artist, and it is a false identity as an artist. Like, you're not putting on for us, you're putting on for them.
Yeah,
and they don't even like you.
But that's the problem. It seems. Listen, seems.
Well, if you're carrying yourself like that, they don't like you.
Yeah,
they'll accept you as a brown man quick. I get love and respect from them dudes. Yeah. You know what I mean? But if you're doing that, you're a goofy, homie. At the end of the day, we're all men with egos. Like, what's the best form of what do they say? Imitation is the best form of humility.
Yeah, plagiarism.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you imitate me. I know you're under me. You admire me.
Damn.
And I'm never gonna respect you equally. I'm never gonna see you eye to eye. A man won't embrace you, dog, for imitating him. A man will look down on you for that no matter what, in what world, what stratosphere, what sport, what trade you're in, homie. It just doesn't fucking happen.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense sometimes. I don't know if I told you this one before. Some guy hit me up. I want to say what hood he's from, and they go at it with the morenos a lot, right?
Yeah, heavy.
And he hits me up, and he's like, "Fuck these," and he was just dissing them, saying all kind of shit. And then he starts saying, "Fuck these, my N." I'm like. Yeah. Hey, fool, you sound blacker than them, homie. Like, you literally saying the N-word 5 times to me to say F
But
them.
It's fake love, though, dog. Think about it. On the homie side, look, homie, and I'll be damned if motherfuckers tell me I'm lying right now. Let a Mexican dude be beefing with a black man, that's the first word he's going to call him.
Yes.
Let you start exchanging insults with a black person and you're a brown man, I guarantee you're going to call him the N-word and not in a brotherly fashion. So it's fake love, dog. Let's be real.
Right.
You know what I mean? No, nobody's going to hold back and be like, oh, nah, dog. Come on, just like they gonna call us wetbacks, fool.
Right. For sure.
It's never gonna be a form of endearment between us, dog. It's just not. You know what I mean? It's not.
Now let's talk a little bit about Clout, homie.
Yeah, Clout.
Clout. Oof. What is it? You got guys who are showing all kind of money, supposedly got banks of money.
Yeah.
And we've had the conversation as far as, you know, if you blew up, got all kind of money, you gonna be out there trying to do all that extra stuff?
Honestly, that's when you'll see me disappear. You know, because I got my priorities straight. You know, I prioritize my happiness, not the happiness of people watching me on TV or YouTube channels. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I understand that pleasing others isn't the way to living a life with accomplishments. It's like, at the end of the day, look, fool, we have an obligation to our last name. First and foremost, you know what I'm saying? So if you can't do it in front of your jefa and your jefe, why the fuck are you doing it? You know what I mean? But it goes, but look, dog, there's a deeper message to that. It goes to show you that money isn't everything and fame isn't everything.
Absolutely not.
You know what I mean? Like, the richest motherfuckers and the most famous people are the most emptiest inside. And when you see grown men my age still looking for an identity with money, with success, what does that tell you, homie? Psychologically, it tells you that a man needs respect and honor to be whole. That's just who we are, bro. Like, it's necessary for you to be able to look in the mirror and respect yourself. Because when you don't, dog, like, all you are is a void, and people gonna see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, they got money, but that don't mean everything. You know what I'm saying? Not to us, at least in our community. You know what I mean? It's like the money can only suppress your voids, dog. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, only self-worth and love, dog, is gonna fulfill that. You know what I mean? And as men, our love language is respect. Yeah. I'm sorry. It isn't sweet talk. You know what I mean? It isn't love letters. It's when your wife respects you, homie, you're the happiest, dog.
That part. Of course.
And when your wife doesn't respect you, homie, you see how motherfuckers go out, dog. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know what I mean? You see these dudes at the bar. Yeah. You see these dudes at the strip club all alone, dog. Because a man not respected at home starts to even doubt the respect of his peers. You know what I mean? It just creates an insecure being, you know? And there's nothing worse than a man with no respect, dog, you know? I think that we see them all over with homeless guys, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. A lot of these men at some point were respected and were loved, dog, and whatever choice they made made them deal the repercussions of the lack of thereof, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Absolutely. Now, you know, talking about rich people and having that respect, I want to get on P. Diddy.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? I mean, with him talking about, you know, like he's messing around with men now.
You gonna buy some clothes, hook you up for?
You know, like how do you have that much money and that all the women you want?
Yeah.
And then he's just tired of the women. He's like, oh, I'm just gonna go fucking try a man. Like, what goes on in your mind?
I think that that's a, you know, that comes from being narcissistic, right? Mm-hmm. You know, it's a narcissistic trait, right? Like, you can only compliment a person so much, dog. You know what I mean? Like that man right there. Yeah. You know, if you followed his career, dog, like he's always been very privileged, dog. He's not a street dude, homie.
No,
you know?
No, of course not.
He came from a privileged situation. He always had money. You know what I mean? And he always came from that, you know, somebody in his lineage always had that ability to bring him in, you know, and get him them deals that nobody could. And what it was with him, dog, it was like he was so flamboyant and charismatic that people didn't see it as homosexuality, you know, and being in hip hop is such a masculine movement, right?
Yes.
Especially at his time. Think about it. Think about the artists in his generation, dog. The ones that he brought out. Like you have the legends, right, of this masculine rap, right? You know what I mean? Like he was able to put himself in a position where he was a sheep in wolf's clothing, dog. So he was able to bring in young men, right? And then present them with opportunities that nobody else could, dog. And with that, it was abuse of power. You feel what I'm saying? He took it and he gained the ability to be able to do what he wanted with people, with men, right? It was men that he was after at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I seen Mace do an interview recently where he said, now you guys know why I retired at the peak of my career.
Ooh, shit.
And he goes, and it's all good because now I'm back and I got that bag that I've always been owed. But I'm not empty inside. Like I knew when to walk away from the cars, from the parties, and from the money. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the fame. You know, but you know, that's what happens when we glorify human beings, dog. Like we can't worship human beings. The only one that deserves to be worshipped is God, and we need to understand that.
Right.
You know what I mean? That should always be embedded in your head. Like, and I tell my homies, right? I tell my homeboys, like I see my homeboys going through relationship problems, right? And I'll be like, my boy, like. God blessed you with all the things that you lacked, right? Because we ran around the streets and we were living reckless. And God blessed you with this female, this kid, and this home, and this job, and this opportunities. And who did you worship? The bitch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You worship this bitch to the point where now she's spoiled, fool. And you gave her entitlement. And now she don't have respect for you. When the one you were supposed to be thankful to and worshiping for all this was God. Mm-hmm. But only a man knows that. You feel me? Like a little boy, dog, falls in love with the flesh, homie, and what's presented to you, right? Because a bitch, sorry, not to. Well, yeah, she's a bitch if she's taking advantage of you like that, right? I won't take it back. So look, what happens to the honeymoon stage? A female is perfect, homie, in the honeymoon stage. You know what I mean? You give it 8 months down the line, the true colors start coming out. Who's been paying for dinner? You know what I mean? Who's been holding this down? You know what I mean? Where's the materialistic shit? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And as a man, when you can't stand on shit, you become a victim of that, dog. You become of almost trying to create a false reality for this female. Instead of telling her like, hey baby, like I got a warehouse job, babe.
Yeah. I'm a certified forklift operator.
Like I'm not there yet, baby. Yeah. Like I need you to grow with me. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna need you to grow that. But what dudes do is they go max out their credit cards.
You know what's crazy though? I seen some hitters, fool, and I mean some straight killers, fool.
I'm knowing.
And killers that have booked their own homies, right? Straight up. But then they get out and their old ladies are on them like that. I'm like, hey, fool, like,
what's up?
Yeah, stand your ground. I'm not talking about doing anything, but stand your ground. It's like they're vicious when it comes to men, but when it comes to women, they break.
Well, it's because look, dog, our lifestyle when we go through time, it shows us what being lonely is. It really is, dog.
Right.
You know, and a lot of motherfuckers don't have the mental capacity to just love themselves. You gotta understand that's when it really comes down to who you are, dog. When you're in that fucking cell and you're in that mirror, dog, and you love yourself still, regardless of where you're at.
Talk to me about a time you were in the cell and you're just fucking hard timing and saying, "What the fuck am I doing in here?" Was there ever that date for you?
Well, of course, dog. I mean, you know, I think I spoke about it before. It was like, you know, when my father died, it was like, fuck, like I'm his only son and I can't even be there to bury him. You know, I felt like, you know, that's when I felt like I didn't deserve respect.
How long into your term were you when he passed away?
I want to say like 7 years into my 10.
Shit.
You know what I mean? So I still had a while, you know?
Yeah.
And it was crazy, dog, because my dad died from cancer, throat cancer. So he used to sing. He had a beautiful voice. That was his thing. So when I saw him lose that, I know he lost his heart.
Oh, man,
you know, he could no longer like express his soul and his happiness. You feel me? And me as an artist, like I get it. You know what I mean? It's like, fuck, like. So he used to send me messages through a cell phone with they had got him a little chalkboard, not with chalk, but with the marker that you wipe.
Right.
Yes.
So we were communicating through cell phones like that, you know, contraband cell phones, you know what I mean? And he was writing me letters, but not sending them to me, taking pictures of them and then send them to me, you know? Yeah. Yeah. So that happened, dog. And then that broke me, bro. That humbled me, dog. Cause I felt I was entitled to still have him when I got out. You know, I thought I had time on my side, and I don't know what the fuck I thought. You know what I mean? But at that point, like I realized, like, man, like life is too short, man, and I'm losing everything. You know, I'm losing it all, like just because I'm in here, like feeding into my ego or like a false reality that I'm believing in. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, so with the P. Diddy thing, you think like a lot of those artists, because 50 Cent kind of made a thing about it when he's on Drink Champs. He was saying the same thing, that he was fruity as hell.
Yeah.
Cat Williams been saying there's a bunch of guys now, and now it's coming out. Do you think there is something like, you know, not quite the Illuminati, but something where these guys...
there is an agenda.
Okay.
The liberals are what? They're highly promoted by Hollywood.
Yes.
You know? Like it's like the liberals and Hollywood are one, homie. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So what do you see going on? You see all these liberals, all these big stars promoting the liberal movement, Biden, no matter what, because they don't live in our world.
Yeah, they don't.
They live in their own world that they've created, and they've had it for a long fucking time, dog. Mm-hmm. So what do you do when you want to create the taboo, the norm? You legalize it. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we're seeing that one fuels the other, and they're both one. You know what I'm saying? They're one single entity with one direction and one purpose for doing what they're doing, right? You know what I'm saying? So what we're seeing is like at the end of the day, dog, look, dog, we're the middle class, poor class, right? Yeah. They're trying to eliminate the middle class, so then all they have is slaves, homie, people that depend on the government. Anytime that the government is trying to tell you that they're making themselves bigger is when you know we're going to lose our rights. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of these politicians should be held to only a 4-year term. But there's senators and people, the House representatives that are there for fucking 20, 30 years, homie.
Oh, man.
Because at some point they're supposed to be for the people, right?
Yeah.
But if you're for the people, how are you becoming richer and wealthier and wealthier and wealthier and wealthier?
And your constituents are becoming poorer and poorer.
Yeah, poorer, poorer, right? So what's happening, that's what we're seeing, dog, is that Hollywood and politics are becoming one, and they're pushing this agenda that there is no moral grounds.
Right.
That it's all about materialism, that it's all about, look, you won't own nothing and you'll be happier. What kind of stupid shit is that? Only bums believe that, right? Only people that are dependent, weak-minded people that don't want for their own, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Are going to go for that message, and they're going to believe in it, and they're going to want it. Because somebody that's a hustler, a provider, somebody that's an earner, naturally, they don't want nothing free, bro.
Right.
That goes against our beliefs. We don't believe it because we know at the end of the day, nothing is free, baby.
There you go, homie.
Right.
I don't know
you
free. Shit, homie.
We understand that. So that's what's going on. And that's what we're seeing, dog, is that a lot of this shit is coming to light. You know what I mean? And the people that are bringing the message to it always come off like the assholes.
Yeah,
right?
For sure.
They're haters. They're racist because the race card, the race monger is always going to be there. Why in the fuck are we talking about race still right now, dog?
Right.
Why? We already had a black president, homie. Cut it the fuck out. Cut it out, dog. Like some of the richest entertainers are black.
Well, it's easy. It's easy for like people who aren't educated to hear, oh, it's racist, and they fall for it. Bro.
Of course,
it's one of the
because
oldest.
It's easy
tricks.
though. It's easy.
It's easy, bro.
You know, we're all looking for an excuse to hate. Fool.
Well, it's crazy to me that when you see the guys who are pushing the race card and they're African American, 9 times out of 10, they're super rich.
They are rich as fuck.
They're rich, and they're telling you,
they're rich as fuck.
Everybody's racist,
right.
but I'm rich. No, this is America, homie. That's why even the name American Cholo came through, because this is the only country in the world that you can come in here, come from a third world country, go to jail, do all kind of crazy shit,
and still bounce back,
back, homie, and still be fucking thriving, homie.
And still bounce back. You know what I mean? But everything's rigged, and everything you know is constructed to keep us poor. How in the fuck do you buy a 60-year-old house at the price of a brand new one?
Yeah.
Sheesh.
That shit is rigged. How the fuck, with all the electrical old, all the piping old, you know what I mean? Probably mold and asbestos in your fucking attic from back in you're buying it like a fucking brand new car. That's rigged, bro. I don't know how people don't see this, dog.
Yeah,
you know? People are like, buy now and then refi later. Nah, bitch, what the fuck is wrong with you?
That's not working right now.
You know what I mean? How do I tell you, hey, my boy, I'm going to go ahead and sell you this pound at 20K, but check this out, fool. Come back later, dog, and I'm going to give you another one, right, for 10. Just because you're a good fucking guy, man, and you paid me when I wanted you to pay me what I wanted you to pay me. No businessman does that, dog. If they could get you for 20K, they know they'll get you for 25 later.
It's a hustle, homie.
Come on, bro. Like, it's common sense, dog. But people, you know, we're so inclined to just listen to people in high places, bro.
Do you believe like I do? I believe that the Democratic Party let all the people coming in. There's another caravan coming right now, as a matter of fact. I believe they're letting them in because a lot of raza is trying to getting hip to the game as far as, wait a minute, man, we don't really trust you. You shouldn't trust any of them, right? Yeah. And I'm seeing like they're bringing in new voters for them in the future.
They're bringing in people with need. There's 16 states out of our 52 that don't screen you to vote. 16 of the states out of our 52 don't screen you to vote.
Right.
You let in 7 million immigrants, dog. Right? Yeah. And you shelter them in those states. You give them the resources that they need in those states. You just bought voters, fool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And the people that don't see it, I don't fucking get it. I don't get it. Like, and look, dog, and these immigrants, dog, look, they're not the immigrants that we grew up on, homie. They're just not, homie. I'm sorry to say it, like they're not, dog. They're not. You're seeing motherfuckers standing in military stands, homie, while they're being arrested. From China, you know what I'm saying? From multiple countries, from Venezuela, from the Middle East, dog. Fools that are trained to fucking survive through the roughest fucking conditions in the mountains to travel all the way over here, dog, and get through here. It's a lot of men, dog. Like, I believe that our next terrorist attack is going to be from within, homie. I mean, I don't see how it's not. I don't see how it's not. If you get me in my prime, dog, and let me move into my enemy's neighborhood, it's only a matter of time before I take over that bitch.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
part, homie.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? When I've been trained, trained in school to conquer, homie, I'll be damned if I don't fulfill my purpose, dog. You know what I'm saying? But everybody wants to be like, oh, you're fucking turning on the raza. Dog, cut it the fuck out, dog.
Right,
First of all, I was born in this country, homie. Don't get it fucked up. And I'm proud of my cultures because I'm proud of who raised me and who made me. But I'm proud of their virtues. I'm proud of their integrity. I'm proud of their morals. It's not about the dirt they were born on. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud of what they stand for and what they standed on. You know what I'm saying? And I want to emulate it. And I'm proud of that. Yeah, I'm proud of that.
I think a lot of the Venezuela guys, I'm almost sure that it's a lot of guys who were let out of prison, kind of like in the 80s when Castro let out a bunch of people and put them on the boats. And they're like, ¿Los quieres, güey? Pues ahí te va.
Yeah.
You know, but people tell me the same thing. Oh, you're being racist against your own people. Fool, I was born in Honduras, homie. The game was you come 20, 30 deep, you go to the coyote, you come through, homie. You get caught, you go back, you try to come again. But to come 5,000, 6,000 and just rush the border, like, come on, homie.
It doesn't make sense, dog. Dog, it's like you being at home, dog, and opening your front door to the whole block.
Yep.
Really? Like, you don't got daughters? You don't got a wife in there to protect?
Yep.
You don't got your little boys to keep away from predators? Like, what the how does that even make sense, homie? Oh, we're America. Nah, bitch. We're big brother, homie.
Yeah.
You know, we should always be that. We should always be big homie to all these other countries, homie. You know what I'm saying? Because we have belief in God and we were brought under God. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So we should be big brother because a lot of these other countries are lost, eh? They worship false idols. They have false identities when it comes to their faith, homie.
Yeah, but they're trying to take God out of the equation.
Of course they are. Well, why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they? Old boy said that Easter wasn't no longer to celebrate Jesus.
Oh, yeah.
It was to celebrate the Freaky Fridays out there, homie.
Freaky Fridays.
What the fuck is wrong with this vodka, homie? How do you come out and say that stupid ass shit?
Because that's his base. That's his base now.
How arrogant are you?
He's losing the black vote. He's losing the brown vote.
Hell yeah.
He's losing the brown vote. The only thing he has left.
He's hood hopping right now.
And he was the same guy that back in the days would say, "Why are we talking about gay marriage? Why are we doing this? Why?" It'll show you that those switch up real quick for the sell, homie.
Hell yeah.
For the clout. He's one of those guys, homie.
Hell yeah.
Somebody asked me in the comment section today, who is somebody that you would want to work with, regardless if they're dead or alive right now? Who's somebody? Yeah, rap.
50 Cent.
50 Cent.
50
He's a
Cent.
fool.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I've been on my 50 Cent trip too this week.
You could just see that he's a man's man, dog.
Yeah, he's gangster.
You know, he's just a man's man, you know, and his business savvy, the way that he's fucking gone into multiple sections of business is just admirable. To come from where he comes from, to go through the shit the dude's been through, dog, and stand on business.
Never sold out, fool.
Never sold out. I love that shit, dog. I love that shit, you know? And he survived, fool.
Yeah,
he saw what happened to Pac and Big, and he learned from it.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? And he learned from it. He let Puffy see him in the studio strapped.
Yeah,
you know, he let Puffy see him get shot and then come back. You know, So and he clowned Puff through the whole way through, dog. And I can relate. Because I clowned a lot of motherfuckers that now are showing their true colors, dog. And people were calling me a hater and all that shit. Nah, I'm a man's man. I see fake, dog, through any type of fucking smoke and mirrors, dog. I can smell that shit.
Well, it's got to feel somewhat like I don't know if the word's rewarding, but it's got to feel somewhat good too. Not that you wanted to see people crash out, but that you kind of said, I told you, homie.
I told you so.
I told you so. Look at this fool.
Yeah, and that's why I'm the Southside logo. Because that's what the homies do. That's what our structure does. Our structure tells you like this: if you ain't up at a certain time, you a bum. If you ain't working out doing your thing, you're a bum. You know what I mean? If you ain't ready to jump when we all jump, you ain't with us, dog. You a bitch.
Right. That's right.
So whether, you know, people can say I'm glamorizing it, you know what? I am glamorizing it. Because it's taught me to stand for my brothers, with my brothers, and it's taught me to stand for something worth it, and it's taught me to earn my respect. That merit is earned. It's not just given, dog. That shit ain't free.
That's right. I mean, to me, Bozo, you're my brother, homie, brother in arms all the way around. I remember when Boo Boo and one of the homies, when that situation happened with Three Finger and all that, and we're sitting there waiting, and you and I on the phone, homie, you're like, hey, fool, just go do some push-ups.
Yeah.
Like somebody else would have been like, get that shit, get that, like, you know, on some way out shit, homie. And you were one of the few people with the voice of reason, homie.
Yeah.
And I appreciate the way we had that conversation that day.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, well, look, dog, you know, and that's what brothers are for, right?
Right.
You know, like you can't just be willing to talk a motherfucker when it benefits you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you gotta be willing to talk to a man when it benefits him more than even yourself.
For sure. Homie.
You know what I'm saying? And I know a setup when I see one. You know, I know when people come with real intentions, because that whole situation could have been handled different, but it was handled to get views, homie. At the end of the day,
for sure. Homie.
You know, it wasn't the way we're supposed to carry ourselves. But you know, even that, like we've thrived after it.
Yeah, for sure.
We've thrived after it, and we've overcome it, because we're not gonna fall for the sucker shit, and we're not here to impress you weenies. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, we're more worried about impressing the women at home that wait for us, dog.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? And our family, and sometimes, you know, as a man, you know, you got to take a bruise to the ego, man.
Yeah, for sure, homie.
It's humbling, dog. It's humbling, but as long as you know that you're doing it for the right reason, dog, it's only gonna sting for a little while. Eventually, your ego and your pride will fade away, dog, and you'll start to see the clarity from it, because them people that are trying to bait you in, you gotta understand, they're trying to bait in everybody.
Right.
They're not just baiting you. It's not just about you. You're not special.
Right.
These motherfuckers are predators in every type of way, and people like that don't end in well. You know.
Yeah, of course.
The end of their story isn't happy. You know.
Yeah, no, and the payout after all was this place, homie.
Yeah,
it was like the homie hit me up like, hey, fool, this and that, and I, you know, my wife like, damn, dude, God bless us.
No,
you know?
yeah.
Instead of crashing out, me and Boo be in the county fighting cases. Shit.
No, yeah,
you know,
I had motherfuckers disrespect my girl and my kids.
Right.
And I sat back and I laughed about it. I had motherfuckers call me a pervert, and I sat back and I laughed about it. You know what I mean? And the streets spoke for me.
For sure,
you know,
homie.
The streets spoke for me, and the streets defended me, and I didn't have to say shit. And now, dog, like, man, did them fools lose, you know?
Hey, fool, I for sure made it, and I didn't even talk to you. I made that video, I did all that, and I'm like, this is some bullshit ass AI, this and that. And the sad part is the so-called gangster guys, some of them, Gil's standing with this guy. Let's see what happens when he fucking comes out as bad. Let's see if Gil. Well, why don't they come out and apologize?
Oh, they're not. No, that's never
the
gonna happen.
Part, homie.
That's never, because you know what that they got to do when they do that? They got to tell me you're right, homie.
That's the sad part, bro.
You know what I mean? But once again, though, dog, like, you know, I'm happy, fool.
Yeah,
they're not.
Sure.
Regardless, you know what I mean? Like, I'm winning, I'm shining, you know what I'm saying? I don't gotta, you know, how should you say it, man? Like, I don't gotta give these fools excuses, or I don't gotta give them an explanation, dog. You know,
never,
like,
sure.
Like the acts and how I'm living is proof of how I move.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and it is gratifying. Hell yeah. Because you gotta understand, fool, it is hard. It is hard to see your own people. It is hard to see the ones that you're trying to rep for fucking be the first ones that want to see your demise.
Yeah, fool, that's the fucked up part, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It is hard, and I can, and you know, but you know,
those are the ones that get you the views, man. Because they're over there talking shit on their platforms, and then people are like, "Well, who's this guy?" And then they go look for you.
Yeah,
you know, and they don't realize that.
But I definitely felt a certain way when I started seeing those videos coming out. I'm like, "Fuck this, fool! Nah, fuck this. I'm gonna stand on this shit." Because I mean, I've known you well enough for like, nah, homie, this shit, nah, this is bullshit. I mean, and it's sad because there's sometimes people that you think they're in your corner, but as soon as they see a little weakness, oh, I know it. Like some shit like that.
I've seen motherfuckers that I've known for like a long time try to dodge the question.
Yeah,
you know, and like and pussyfoot around it. And I'm thinking like, damn, bro, like you never took an L for the squad, and you can't defend me, homie. Like you can't speak up. You can't go out of your way to be like, man, fuck you. You wrong. Like come and make that shit, or hold motherfuckers accountable even after. You know what I mean? Like who came out and told old boy, man, you're a bitch, homie. Schmut the homie up, because you gotta understand, dog. If we let that shit ride, there's no end to who they'll schmut up.
Straight up.
Oh, yep.
Straight up.
That's a bottomless pit, homie.
Straight up.
Like treachery is a bottomless pit, homie. Like, and if you let that shit, you let that appetite grow, dog. It's a monster that's uncontrollable.
Straight up.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you see how they did Jesus, homie. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't look at history more than that. You see how they did Martin Luther King. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see how they did a lot of these people that stood. JFK, homie. Like, JFK saw our times coming way back then.
Yes.
He saw this shit coming that we're going through right now. Like, if you look at history, if you read the shit that he was saying, the laws that he was trying to pass, man, that fool saw that shit coming. He was ahead of his time. Yep. They knocked his ass off quick, broad daylight, homie, in front of everybody.
Malcolm X, same shit, bro.
You know what I mean? Malcolm X, too. Yeah, it gets deep, homie. But, you know, you got to be willing to die for this shit, man. I'm telling you, as fucked up as it sounds, like, I'm willing to die for my message, you know, and you know, I'm ready for all that because I've learned from the ones that came before me. You know what I mean? I ain't as humble as them. You feel what I'm saying? I come from a real place, so I'm ready for all that. You know what I mean? We both gonna die. You know what I'm saying? But that's how strong I believe in what I preach.
Hey, give me. I heard the section when you were talking about my homeboy Clumsy, rest in peace.
Oh yeah.
Big Clums. I appreciate that on me. I appreciate the kind word you said about Clums, my wife, myself. I want you to talk a little bit, maybe so the homies can hear it, man. But my homeboy Clumsy, homeboy.
Yeah. So Clumsy, I met him on my first like real long stretch, you know. So I got busted for robberies at the time. That's how I ate, you know. Right. I come from a broken home due to, you know, not my parents being failures, but just bad luck in life, you know, cancer and other shit, you know. So I went away for a robbery, and I was on a 5-year term that I did 4 years, I think like 2 months or some shit like that, 85%. And what's crazy is, bro, like at the time there was an outbreak of smallpox in the LA County jail. And they were quarantining people, right? And, you know, I don't know, when you're young, dog, the program in the county jail, 2400, is wild, dog. Like, we stay up during court line, you know? Yeah. We're up all night, especially when store comes, and we're up all night, and we're just fucking around. Dog, this is when the Huras used to let the hitters unlock their doors and go whack fools and, you know, do dirt. They were giving you the green card, the JRC card on fools, show you who was busted for, you know what I mean? Shit, who was who and what was what, you know? So I was one of the hitters, dog, right? So I used to run around all night. You know what I mean? They used to let me pass out fucking breakfast to the guys going to court and all that shit. So long story short, dog, there was an outbreak and I'm asleep early in the morning, dog. Like when I'm supposed to be up, I'm asleep. All the homies are up and I'm asleep. So they come and they're going through every cell asking, hey, have you had chicken pox? Have you had chicken pox? Have you had chicken pox? So I don't know, dog. In the middle of my sleep, I was like, nah, man. Like, leave me the fuck alone. Well, they took it as like I had never had it.
Yeah.
So they quarantined me because now I'm one of the most exposed to it, right? Bro. So now they're quarantining me with all the real foods that never had it. So I catch it, fool, but you know that's just dormant, right, for a little bit.
Yeah.
So I catch the change from that tank, and then when I get to Delano, fool, reception, I have an outbreak, fool. Oof. The chicken pox hit me, dog, and at the time I was already I believe 19, 20. So it hit me hard, bro. Like I was seeing shit, dog. Damn. You know, I was seeing my mom in the cell with me. Oh, shit. I was seeing my baby's mom sit next to me. I was having conversation with people that had passed away. Yeah, fool. Okay. It was vicious, dog. It was so vicious, dog. I got transported to the Wasco hospital. Shit. You know? So I went there. I was there for about 2 weeks while they hit me with fucking antibiotics and took care of me and all that shit. And they brought me back, right? So when they brought me back, it was compounded with another tragedy. They killed my primo. That was my brother. Oh, you know? So as soon as I landed in the cell, I'm there I want to say 4 nights. And bullshit you not, dog. God is my witness. I had a dream that I was watching a rapper on stage talk about losing his brother, you know, being murdered, right? And it was crazy because the next day I was already writing raps. I woke up and I wrote it down, the lyrics that I heard the rapper, you know, saying that he had lost his brother. And out of nowhere, dog, a counselor came knocking at my door and was like, "Hey, you have an emergency phone call with your family. We need you to come down to the assistant warden's office." So I'm like, "What the fuck? What's going on?" Right? So I pull up, and sure enough, it's raw. It happens. So you know the phone call. You know it's on speaker, and everybody's at the house just crying, homie. All women going through it, and hey, they killed Anthony, you know? So the warden tells me, "Look, I don't want you to go to your cell like this, you know?" He tells me I must go to, the cages. They have these cages where they put us when we whack each other and we're in riots, you know? He goes, that's the only place I can give you to catch some air, get your breath, and gather your thoughts, you know? And he sits me in that cage, dog, and I'm there I want to say a good 4 hours, dog, you know, crying, sobbing. And it's an opportunity for me to do it to myself because I didn't want to do it in the yard. Yeah. I didn't want to do it in my cell. I didn't want to do it in front of the homies because regardless, you can't show weakness in the joint. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Whether it's granted, people will victimize you, fool. They'll see you soft and they'll see you at your low and, you know, they'll victimize you, homie. So I sat there and I think that the assistant warden felt so much petty from me because he saw the way I was sobbing, homie, and the way I took it, you know, and he heard my family. I think that the man felt sorry for me. So this is Delano, by the way, you know. So they had one yard that was a yard that was mainland. They had a lifer building and they had all the other homies, right? So Clumsy was there. So the warden, instead of he looked out for me, dog. I guess he figured you know what, this fool's going through some shit. Let's just classify him as quick as possible and get him to the mainland. So he's not stuck in reception, fucking months upon months just sitting there, you know, no yard, no program. We're not doing shit in reception
just
most
your
time.
mind.
Yeah, just me and those walls. So he was like, it's not healthy for this fool to just sit there. So, dog, in a matter of a week, fool, they classified me. And I mean, from when I left county to when I hit the mainline, I think it was 2 months when I should have been there 6, 8, you know? So I hit the mainline and I'm fucking beat up, dog, because I've been picking my face, you know, the pox, but I look like a straight dolphin, fool. Right? I'm sucked up. I'm pale. I got all these bumps. So the homies ain't really looking at me hey, what's up, camarada? You know? But Clumsy did.
That's right.
You know, Clumsy pulls up and he's not from my Ranfla.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so Clumsy's big ass. He's a big ass to God, homie. He's a big man, fool. Well, he was, you know? Yes. Rest in peace. The homie walks up and he's like, "How you doing, little homie?" And I'm like, "Good, big dog. What's up with you? Where you from?" And I'm like, "From Pico Nuevo." He's like, "All right, you good? You got your hygiene?" I'm like, "I don't got shit, fool. I just landed, you know? I'm in the day room waiting to go to my cell, get a cell." And he's like, "Don't trip, fool. I got you." So I'm like, "All right, big dog." So I go and I get celled up. And sure enough, he don't bring me much, but he brings me some shit. Right. Chanclas for the shower, soap, you know what I mean? Toothpaste, and a little bag with 5 soups, you know? So, sure enough, dog, I start programming and I'm seeing him at the yard. You know what I mean? He's kicking it with him, Clumsy from Diamond Street. I don't even know if the homie's still alive or what, but fool was a knucklehead, dog. And it was like Pinky in the Brain, you know? and Clumsy's a smarter one, you know, the mature one, you know? And they see me on the weight pile trying to work out. But like I said, dog, I'm beat up, fool, you know? So an issue came up, dog. An issue came up. And at that point, our first real conversation was Clumsy coming up to me and be like, "What's up, big dog?" He's like, "Is this your first term?" I'm like, "It's my third, homie," you know? And he's like, "Oh, you've been around." He's like, "Never mind, eh?" And I'm like, "Well, what's up, eh? You know what I mean? What's cracking? What's going on, big dog? You know?" And he's like, "Well, we need to take care of somebody, you know? And we're looking for 2 homies and a hitter, you know?" So I'm like, okay, bet. So, long story short, he comes back and he's like, "Hey, never mind. You know, the issue's, it's a dead issue, you know, dead issue." And I'm like, okay, bet. So from that point, we grew a friendship because he took it like the homie wasn't going to turn it down. Right. He was like, the homie's not going to turn it down. Así tirado, all vergueado a la verga, dying, fucking pale. The homie was ready. You know what I mean? And if I'm to be honest with you, I wasn't ready. Right. But I knew where I was at. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it was one of the things where it was like, fuck, damned if I do, damned if I don't. But I wasn't going to turn it down. That's what I knew I couldn't do, you know? So at that point, we grew a bond, eh? And he helped me, like, you know, just recover from my illness at the time, you know? And we just became boys, dog. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's crazy because when I paroled this time, he did reach out to me and we were supposed to link up.
Oh, shit.
You know what I mean? And we were supposed to come see each other and we DM'd a few times and then life did what it did. Yeah. You know what I mean? We were busy and all that. And then out of nowhere, one of his homeboys was seeing me, one of your homies saw me post him because when he reached out to me, he sent me a current picture of himself, you know, how he was doing and all this shit and how he was working. And, yeah, dog, like, after that, that's what, like, one of your homies reached out to me and was like, "Hey, I don't know if you know, but my boy passed away," and he passed away and he sent me the article, you know, that he was, I guess a couple was having a domestic dispute and the man was trying to drag the female kidnapper or whatever, and Clumsy stepped in and helped her, you know what I mean? And he passed away, you know what I'm saying? So, but it makes sense. That's who he was.
Yeah.
You know, he wouldn't be himself if he didn't do that, you know what I'm saying? So it absolutely makes sense. But yeah, it was heartbreaking to say the least. Like it was very, yeah.
Yeah, you hit me up right there and I was like, "Yeah, you know Clumsy?" Like, "Yeah, homie, I've known that guy since he was a kid, homie." Yeah. When I knew him, he was a fucking Baby Huey, I used to call him, fool. He was but he's from the old school, homie. Yeah. He was a gangster.
Yeah, he wore his pants up to here.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. That was right. That was his thing, like all the way up to here. Big old fool, you know what I mean?
He came from our Clecha, man. I just want to hear a little story about Big Clumsy and how you guys met. I never really talked to you about it, homie. But I appreciate the love. So now let's talk about your album, homie. How many songs you got on there?
13.
Of course.
Mandatory 13.
Of course. You know, talk to me about some of them songs and what inspired you to write them.
Well, like I was saying, this movement, these new homies that have come out, letting their nuts hang, you know, talking about how they're the hardest and you know that they're the best and you know, the competitive spirit in me lit a fire under my ass, but the right kind of fire, you know, not trying to like beef with them and put them down and discredit them. It came, but I can't, to be honest with you, because these dudes are real dudes. Yeah, you know what I mean. The homies are real homies. They are from where they say they're from. They have their homies with them and they've been places. So it was a competitive thing, dog, you know, but they did inspire me. The younger homies did inspire me. And I felt like it was time, dog, to like, show my support for them through joining them with this movement, but giving a quality product, you know what I'm saying? Like, and luckily, you know, I hooked up with the right producer, low profile, and, we were able to link up and I told him my intentions, you know, I told him like, dog, I really want to put a body of work together, which I always do prior to that. But this time it was like a celebration of shit coming full circle. You know what I'm saying? Like me beefing with a lot of dudes because they weren't necessarily repping right or standing on shit.
Right.
And then now being able to like join these dudes that are, you know what I'm saying? Right. But I credit the younger homies that are blowing up right now on some real shit. And I made it a purpose to like, you know, really give my best body of work because I was quietly going through some shit. You know, so I needed it. I needed the therapy. I needed the music. I needed to escape a few thoughts that I was going through. You know what I mean? Like trauma is real, dog.
Yeah, for sure.
And a lot of times you can't put a picture on it. You just know that it's there. You're feeling it. It's a heavy cloud and it's a heavy weight on you, you know? And the music has always been my therapy, you know what I'm saying? So I did 13 songs. I call this Southside logo because I think that I have represented the right way.
For sure.
You know what I mean? And I don't think that I've ever let go of my obligation to be upheld to certain standards. I've never ran from that, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I never ran away from what I needed to do as a man as far as my family, you know? Like, there's more homies out here taking care of families than there is homies on the streets not. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's true. Like, as far as for me, you know what I'm saying? Like my experience, like I see more homies, whether they're rich or not, they're still trying. Eh?
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And even look, dog, you could tell me if I'm wrong. Like even the cruise nights are different now.
Yeah.
You know, when I was growing up, it was all gangbangers. Now it's a family event. So that
you got little kids out there,
you know,
we're evolving,
and you see the cholo culture alive, and they're not all necessarily cholos.
Right.
So what does that tell you, dog? Like what does that tell you? Like we are seeing a testament to our integrity and our virtues and what we stand in. You know what I'm saying? In a positive way. So yeah, I am a family man. Yes, I am a husband. Yes, I am a father. Yes, I am a brother.
That's right.
And yes, I am a homeboy. And yes, I am a camarada. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I am the Southside logo.
Man, you give a clap for that one, Chris.
Yeah. That's right.
Hey, so we're gonna do we'll take some phone calls in a minute, but we're also gonna do we're gonna actually record you, homeboy. Okay, I hope you can do 60 seconds, homie, because hey,
that'd be easy for him.
You know what our claim to fame is on our ciphers or our freestyles, whatever you want to call them, is we don't bootleg shit, homie.
Yeah.
We don't do voiceovers.
It's the real deal.
Yeah, it's the real deal because I've seen a lot of them, and listen, they're great, they look good, but to me those are just videos, fool.
Yeah.
Because the guys are just moving their mouth and doing this and that.
The nilly vanilly move.
Yeah, we don't milli vanilli in American Cholo, homie.
Yeah.
We sit here and we want to hear your voice. What do you think about it? You think it's okay to be doing the voiceovers? Do you think fools should be actually rapping and hearing their voice, homie?
Look, as an artist, there is people that can come off the top of their head, you know what I'm saying? But you know, as history will tell you, like the best songs come from songwriters. You know what I mean? So if they're doing voiceovers, maybe it's because their lyrical content is so hard to like keep up with and like memorize. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I get it. You know what I mean? I do get it. But does it? But is it the best presentation of it? No. You know, you got to memorize your shit, dog.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
60 seconds, fool.
Yeah. You got to be able to memorize your shit, and you should be able to come off the head. You know, you should be able to rip some shit off the head. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna tell you something though. The shit that I come off my head isn't positive. You know what I mean? Like I can only.
Hey, put the number up there, Chris, real quick.
I can only, I just be on let my nuts hang when I do that.
No, but like when we bring guys in here and we let them know that, it's a little intimidating because you got a bunch of people out there in the studio. You got, everybody's watching.
The lights, the cameras.
But what I tell them is, hey, homie, you want this? This is what's going to come with it. This is only 20 people out here. Imagine if you're in a stadium with 500, 5,000, 50,000.
You got to practice that shit.
You got to practice. And that's what I tell them.
You got to practice that. And it's good to be, I didn't come prepared. I'm gonna spit off the head, and it's right. If I fail, I fail, and if I don't, you know what I mean, then I win immensely.
Yeah, well, I think that's the thing with a lot of us with unfortunately in the culture, a lot of us will want to manifest it. I want this, I want that, but then okay, homie,
they don't want to work for it.
You're not in the gym, baby.
They don't want to work.
You're not shadow boxing, baby.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, and that's true. You got to be in the gym. Like I become a better songwriter because of like dudes like Ernie G, like telling me like, hey, you got to ride the beat better, man.
Okay,
you're too anxious, fool. Like you got to control your emotion. Like you're too eager, fool.
What's up? Let's get energy in here.
I know we could. That's easy. That's an easy one. I'll send them your way for sure.
All right, here we go.
And yeah.
Oh, you gotta connect the Bluetooth on over there, quick. There we come in, Roadcaster Pro. Press the button real quick. Yeah, let's get Ernie in here, homie. I'm such a fan of fucking Proper Dose, homie.
The dope? What the fuck?
Yeah, bro.
Come on, man. I remember I was in Central Juvenile. I heard
caller. Who's this?
40 poor. 50 poor.
Hello. 50 poor.
Remember that song?
Caller.
50 poor. One of my favorite Proper Dose is Ghetto Baseball, homie. Ghetto Baseball.
The delivery on that shit was crazy.
Caller. Who's this? You got the Bluetooth on over there? I don't hear no sound. I'm connected, but I don't hear a sound. Volume's up. Caller. Who's this? Oh, you know what? Because it's fucking phone with the what's the name, bro? Remember I have issues with my phone? Dude, I have major issues with my phone, fool. All right, we're going to do the old school way then.
There it is. Put it next to the mic. Put it next to the mic.
Yeah, that other one's not taking a charge. Hey, what's up with the watch, homeboy?
Custom shit. E-bills, man. I just had a watch drop. I feel like men with purpose need a timepiece. You know what I mean? You need to know where you're going and what time
it is, homeboy.
You need to know what time it is.
What's the price on the watches?
On this one, this is a couple grand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a built-on, custom-made watch by the homies at eBuilds. But the ones that we're selling right now, we have custom-made BAM ones with my logo on them on the inside. So it's a collector's edition. I think they're priced at $300. You know what I'm saying? But they're automatic timing, so you don't ever got to put a battery on it. Okay. They're handcrafted and half made by.
Are they solar or what?
Man. Nah, that's just automatic. They got the engine, so when you move, they charge.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it's an automatic timepiece. Yeah.
No, I got one. But
time, what is that called when the time changes?
Yeah,
does it change for you?
Hell yeah.
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah.
So we this is a one of one for me, but the ones that we're selling right now are a different one.
Where'd you come up with that idea?
Huh?
Where'd you come up with that idea? The watches.
Shit, I mean, it's obvious I like jewelry, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. so the homies reached out to me, man. It wasn't really nothing that it was something that I had been wanting because I think it's important for us to like, we've always been slave to foreign brands, right? European brands. And now it's time to participate in our own brands and our own culture and our own handcrafted pieces, you know what I'm saying? So I think that a watch is something that if you don't have a watch as a man, dog, you're a bum.
Ooh, that part.
It's a symbolism of purpose, you know?
That part.
So where do you find them at?
eBuilds.
eBuilds? Right
now we got the black, all black model, the black on black. On eBuilds, if you go to their IG, hit their DM, they're ready to take orders.
I've been wearing watches since I was like 14, Holmes.
I don't like jewelry, man.
I've always loved the watch.
Even on my YA pictures, I got my watch on, fool. Like, you got to know what time it is, carnal.
Ernie G gave me an old Rolex, right? Like a silver one.
Yeah.
That he had from back in the days. Yeah. And I gave it to my little boy. My son has it now.
Damn.
Yeah.
My name is, I don't know. Yeah, dude, this phone's been fucking tripping. My other blue one, that one, it didn't take a charge, huh? Check it out real quick.
Drop that shit in the toilet, fool. You gotta stop.
I just bought that one, fool.
You gotta stop getting on IG while you're taking the shit.
I just bought that one, fool. I bought it directly for the studio, and all of a sudden the charge is gone. This one won't connect to my. All kind of weird shit going on, homie. All kind of weird shit. Hey, so what I see that makes you happy or anything else, Bozo, is your kids, homie.
Oh hell yeah!
Those are the posts that I will mostly go like, homie, when I see Bozo with his kids. And
well, I have funny kids, like they're crazy, man. They see me. Imagine, dog, if I was your dad.
Oh, that'd be crazy,
right? And you see me on TV with, you know what I mean, all this shit in the videos and and my kids, they see me for who I am, so they don't see the message that other people see, like gangsters, and that's their dad.
Yeah.
Caller, who's this?
My kids are funny, man. They turned up.
What up, it's Julian?
What's up, Julian? Talk to us.
What's good, homie? I want to send some love to you and Bozo, man. Like, especially the Bozo, bro. Like the way he represents our people, very elegant, homie. Like,
appreciate you, my dog. Thank you.
He's like a big homie out here. I'm from Arizona, homie. You know what I mean? But
yeah, I'm coming. I'm coming soon, fool. I'll be there like in 60 days.
Shit, bro.
We're gonna have a show in Phoenix. I'm gonna announce it soon.
That's right.
Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah, I want to take that for sure, bro. I know you show love to the homies out here and shit.
Hell yeah. I did time in Eloy. That shit was
have a good night, homie.
You too, brother.
You too, bro. Appreciate you.
You know, pull up in Arizona, homeboy?
Yeah, we're about to do. I'm going to Colorado on the 19th.
That's what's up.
To Pueblo, Colorado. Right now I'm booking shows. The album dropped and I'm getting a lot of support. I'm getting booked and shit, and it feels good. You feel what I'm saying?
Do you think that we get more?
Because these motherfuckers out here ain't booking me.
Fool.
These punk motherfuckers are still bitter and mad. They don't want to see me win. But it's all right. Now I got a bag. If I really want, I'll throw my own shows.
Hello.
1 to send a voicemail.
Yeah, fool. It seems like we get more love out of state. Caller, who's this?
It be like that sometimes, man.
Yo, what's up, Gil? It's Fat Boy from Southgate.
What's up, homeboy? Talk to us. Got Bozo in the building and Boo Boo Bear.
Hey, man, I see that, man. I'm tuning into Bozo. Hey, Bozo, salute.
What's up with you,
That's the finest work of art I've seen so far yet, my boy.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. I used to live off Tweety right there, across street from Southgate Park for a little bit.
Oh, that's right. Hell yeah, dog. Represent, homie.
I love Southgate, fool, man.
American Cholo, band, dog. Everything you're doing for the people, dog. Keep it up, my boy.
Thank you, brother. Thank you,
homie.
Appreciate that.
Right now, the Raza's winning, dog.
Yeah,
for sure.
Right now, can't nobody stop.
For sure, homie. Absolutely, homie. Appreciate that, man.
Hey, buenas noches, homie. I just want to tap in.
Buenas noches, carnal.
Yeah, fool. Hey, it seems like everything is finally starting to come together. Fool.
Yeah, as it should. As it should. With hard work and dedication, that's what happens.
Okay, got another one.
Call from.
Caller, who's this?
Hey, what's up, Big Gil?
What's up, homeboy? Bájale el teléfono, el televisor, güey. Televisión, bájale.
Yo, ¿qué what's up? Shout out to my boy Bozo.
Man, thank you, bro.
Gil.
What's up, homeboy? Thank you, brother.
Tell Bozo Sharks.
Hey, Sharky, what the fuck, fool? That's my dog, man, Sharky. ¿Qué onda, sido puta? ¿Qué hice la... Hey, I was about to go into some shit, but what's up with you? I love you, fool. I love you. My boy beat cancer, man. My boy fought cancer.
Hell yeah.
Went through the deepest fight battle, man.
To you guys, man.
God is good, homie.
To my boy Bozo.
I love you, Sharky. You
know
what's up.
There, you know what I mean?
Yeah, hell yeah.
That's what's up, homeboy.
Appreciate you, Doug.
Just want to give a big shout out to you guys, man. Much love and respect. You already know.
Already know.
Appreciate you, Blair.
I te watch a rato, güey. I'll tap in with you when I'm on my way home.
That's right, man. You gotta stay up, dog.
I bet.
All right, later.
Yeah, my boy beat cancer, man. That
Got
battle
his
was.
jam, homie. Got his
That
jam.
battle was.
That battle's rough.
Man.
Caller, who's this?
Brother Lex in the building. What's up, bro? Hey, listen. Lex, hit me up, bro. Text me right now.
This one got hater world talking. I have to be a private account. Hotline, what's good?
Call from.
I always think that's jail.
Oh shit! Hotline. Let's go. Yeah, homie, beat cancer, huh?
Yeah, man, it was rough, dog. Like, man, it was rough. That fool used to have me crying, homie. Like, cause we've lived together. We've done things, you know what I'm saying? Like we've took trips. We you know, our wives are friends. Our kids know each other.
Part of your life.
He's one of my brothers, dog. Like one of my best friends right now. So you know, I lost my mom to cancer. So that shit like really, you know, it put fear in my heart. You know, it humbled me, dog. You know what I'm saying? But my boy beat it, man. Thanks to God. That's, you know.
Right.
What's up, caller? Talk to us.
What's going on, Gil? It's Art from Santana, homie.
What's up, Bar from Santana? Got Bozo in the building. Boo Boo Bear, what's happening?
What up, boo boo? What up,
What
Bozo?
up?
What's up with you, my boy? How's it going, man?
It's going good, homie. Fuck, I had to tap in today, bro. I saw that you were gonna be on.
Did you bang the album yet? That's a no.
Gil,
That's it.
Gil always fucking brings the fucking right people. And look, as a man, a humble man, the way that you're speaking, Bozo, and you're speaking to the younger generation, how Gil is doing it, Boo Boo's doing it. Look, I just gotta commend all three of you gentlemen.
That's right, homie.
Because that's something very important that a lot of young homies, they don't have. We had it.
Yeah, we
were
had it.
taught it. We were given that right type of sword. But unfortunately, a lot of the younger homies, they weren't given a fucking sword. They were given a slingshot or some shit. I don't know what.
I feel you. I feel it.
And it's fucked up. But I have to commend all three of you gentlemen. Keep doing what you guys are doing. You guys are definitely, you know, mentors and role models. And it's not just because we're fucking pelones that...
No, never that.
We need to be looked at like fucking crazies and weirdos and like, nah, that's not like, I'm not what I look. If I look like a fucking pelon, and I am a fucking pelon, but there's something deeper inside. Like I'm also a professional. I'm also someone that can do something better than you can. So don't judge a book by its cover.
Absolutely.
That's some real ass shit, bro.
Appreciate it, Artie.
Appreciate you. Gracias.
Hey, you know what, Bozo? You always say this. You know, what do you say? Steel sharpens steel?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's how it
And you
should
guys
be.
are steel.
That's right.
And you guys are sharpening steel, homeboy. You guys have a buenas noches. Enjoy
too,
the
my
rest of your
boy.
night.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate the call.
If you ever had hair, fool?
Yeah, I still got it.
You still got it, fool? I don't know, Cardan.
My hairy as fuck.
One of my homies, shout out to my homie Chico. This was years ago, fool. We went to we did a Halloween party, right? He came in as a priest, fool, and his shit he grew his hair out. He was all bald. And one of the ladies like, "How did you do that?" She's like, "Bitch, I'm bald."
That's good makeup.
Shit. All right. Hey, let's go to the super chats real quick before we bounce out of here. See what we got up there. See what we got. Go all the way up. And let's. I know we had a few up there. Oh, they're all gone. I know we had Rated Tommy. Appreciate that. We had Hit Hard Inc. Appreciate that. Caller. Who's this?
Press 1. Send a voicemail.
They probably already disappeared into the air. And then we had what else we have in there? Caller. What's up?
Hello, good evening. This is Homeland Security. We're calling because we have some footage of Mr. Boo Boo with P.
Hey, Boo is gonna go to the next level.
White party. They have Boo at the white party.
Yeah.
Got some questionable footage with Mr. Diddy, Mr. Sean Combs. So we'd like to bring him in for some questions.
Hater dick. That's a good one though.
That's a good one. Fuck.
What's good? Caller, talk to us.
Hey, what's cracking?
What's cracking, homeboy? Talk to us.
Hey,
Hey, so, what's your thoughts on all these Chicano rappers, man?
They the shit, homie. They winning. We up.
There you go.
We up, baby. We winning. Blue team's up.
Nah.
What you got? No, this
he wants you to disrespect.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah.
What's up, caller? Oh. Yeah. Hotline.
Hey, what's going on, Gil? What's up, Bozo?
What's up with you, my boy?
What's up, man? This is Art from E-Build, dog.
What's up with you, my boy? So that's the homie that partnered up with me.
That's the watch guy.
Yeah, to make the watches, man.
That's
so
what's up.
So
brother.
Yeah, so
I
they
just want to say, man, what this man's doing for the community, bro. This man's a leader to many people, man.
Absolutely.
And I just want to put that out there because these businesses, like he's saying, support one another. You know what I mean?
Absolutely,
So
brother.
this is important, man. So I just want to put that out there. We still got a few watches left. Hit us up, e.builds on Instagram, and let's get it.
Let's go, man. Let's
Appreciate
go.
that.
Appreciate you, fool.
All right, cuz have a good night, guys.
You too, brother.
You too, my dog.
All right, so we have Mega Man watching the episode at work.
That's
199
right.
Super Chat. Appreciate that. We got Hit Hard Inc. He said, just tapped in. Salute to the homie Bozo and the homie AC and Boo Boo sending mine from city of Colton.
Yeah, that's right, homie.
Echoes World 499 Super Chat. Tuning in with the popcorn, homeboy.
Yeah.
Radio Tommy, salute fellas. Appreciate the support always, Radio Tommy. Hit Hard Inc. said $2. He said the feds raided Diddy for the Chicano rap documentary.
He wasn't on it. He wasn't on it. He has it. He has it.
Diddy has the Chicano rap documentary,
Hey, I
fool.
apologize. We apologize, man. We should have known Diddy had it, man. We should have known that's where it was at.
This fool. Caller, what's good? How's it going? What's up, homeboy? Talk to us.
That bullshit from the block.
What the fuck? Can't hear you, fool. Sounds like you're in a fucking bathtub, carnal.
Fool's in the shower, homie. Get out the shower, perro.
Yeah, that fool's in the shower. So you're watching us, homeboy.
Timon.
Yeah. What's good, fool? Talk to us.
We're right here just trying to say fucking what's up to Bozo, dog. He's a kingpin of the forklift, dog.
I'll be that. I'll be that. Hey, look at how far it got me, though, baby.
Yeah, pretty much,
You know
homeboy.
what I mean? I ain't doing too shabby for a forklift driver out, perro.
No.
Yeah, you should see what I got parked outside, fool.
This was said the king of the forklift, fool.
Shit, hell yeah. I'll be that before I'm a bum.
Hell yeah, fool. You know that. What's up, caller hotline, homeboy?
It's crazy how everybody's a baller now, huh?
Oh, yeah.
What's the deal?
What's up, bro?
What's the deal, homeboy?
What's the deal? How you guys doing tonight?
Good,
Great,
brother.
man.
What's happening?
Great.
That's right. Hey, Bozo,
What's
how you
up?
doing?
I'm good, fool. How you doing, my dog?
That's right, my boy. Hey, I just curious, dog. Do you got any holiday? You need some help or anything?
No, I don't. Not at the moment, bro. Not at the moment.
All right. Sounds good. You guys have a good night.
You too, brother. Appreciate it. That fool looking for work, homie.
That's right. Ain't nothing wrong with that shit.
Nah, hell no. Not even like with
nah,
us right now.
shit.
It's
Yeah.
fucking. It's hard to get in there right now. Milton 99 Super Chat. Damn, came in late, but gonna catch the beginning for sure. Bozo is solid one for sure. Milton.
Oh, yeah.
No, homie. To me, we'll take one last one, homie. This is the last one, carnal. All right, caller, you're the last one. Make it good, homie.
Yeah, made it in.
And he fucking
And he
hangs
hangs up.
And he fucking hangs
Frank,
up, fool.
Yeah.
All right. Private numbers, I don't know. I mean, private numbers are kind of tricky.
Well, you know how that
What you
goes,
got?
man.
Caller.
Dude, Nalgas is watching.
Dude, Nagas is watching.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, we're gonna start cutting it short here pretty soon because Bozo's gonna perform for us right here. Got
That's
Notorious
right.
One in the building. He's ready.
Yeah, we're waiting for this one for a while.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So let people know if you already know where you're gonna perform and all that good stuff, Bozo. If not, homie, give your shout outs right there. Cause now there's a camera, but hey, homie, always appreciate you coming in,
That's
homie.
right.
It's always a pleasure
Always.
listening to you, homie. Nothing but game, homie. You dropping game on the homies, you dropping game on people just in general, man. I appreciate you for that all the time.
Nah,
homie.
yeah, appreciate it. So Southside Logo, the album is out now on all digital platforms. E-Builds, we got the custom BAM watch, collector's edition. Pueblo, Colorado, I'm coming out there on the 19th of this month. I'll see you guys, man.
There you go. What you got, boo?
That's
yeah.
right, man. Thank you for coming. Always you coming out is always a pleasure for us.
Yeah, if you want to catch Boo Boo, he's going to be in New York with P. Diddy doing a performance next week.
Next week.
Now, with that, people, hey,
Next Monday
appreciate
night.
you guys. Grow the platform, subscribe, share, hit that notification, man. With that, we out. Let's get ready.